The world of K-pop is currently in a state of absolute shock. If you've been scrolling through your feeds lately, you know exactly why. The internet is buzzing, social media platforms are in a frenzy, and fans across the globe are holding their breath. The year 2025 has just concluded, but it has left behind a legacy that no one could have predicted. It was a year defined by a dramatic shift in power on the most prestigious stage in South Korea. Inkigayo has always been the gold standard for idols to prove their worth. It is where legends are made and where the fiercest competition takes place. In the midst of veteran groups with god-tier visuals and powerhouse vocals, a new name has suddenly skyrocketed, breaking boundaries and nearly seizing the ultimate crown. We are talking about the new monsters who have truly lived up to their name, Babymonster. They have just made history in a way that has silenced critics and left fans overwhelmed with pride. They secured the #2 spot on the year-end rankings, standing tall right beneath the legendary Jisoo of BLACKPINK. But the question on everyone's mind is, how did they do it? How did a group that is still considered a rookie in many eyes manage to outshine some of the biggest names in the industry? Is this the beginning of their total global domination, or was it just a lucky moment in time? We are going to break down every detail, from the fan theories to the spine-chilling moments of their viral performance. To set the scene, we have to look at the context of the industry. 2025 was an incredibly competitive year. Comebacks were happening every week and new groups were debuting at a record pace. However, the Inkigayo stage remained the ultimate test of popularity. Recently, a statistical report was released that immediately went viral on every online community. The list ranked the most watched performances of the year, and the results were staggering. At the very top, we have the undisputed queen, Jisoo from BLACKPINK, with her hit Earthquake. This was expected, as her visual status is legendary and the song truly shook the charts with 4.7 million views. However, looking at the second position is what caused the servers to crash. Babymonster with HOTSAUCE secured a massive 3.05 million views. More than 3 million pairs of eyes could not stop watching them. They managed to beat out digital powerhouses like IVE with Rebel Heart in third place, aespa with Whiplash in fifth, and even the heavy hitters of Les Seraphim. This achievement is about more than just numbers. It is about impact. Babymonster has often been referred to as the younger sisters of BLACKPINK, but with this performance, they proved they have their own unique identity. HOTSAUCE was not just a song, it was a declaration that they are here to stay. On forums like the Q and Pawn, netizens are debating fiercely. While some attribute it to the power of their agency, many more are pointing to their raw talent and undeniable stage presence. Let us dive deeper into the performance itself. Why did HOTSAUCE become such a phenomenon? If you watch the video, there's a specific energy on that Inkigayo stage that feels different. The charisma was off the charts. It starts with Ahyeon, who acted as a magnet for the audience. Her appearance during the killing part felt like an electric shock through the screen. Her ability to blend main vocal vibes with main dancer energy has led many to label her as the next it girl of the industry. Then there's Chiquita, the maknae, who performs with zero fear. Her facial expressions are incredibly professional and fierce, dancing as if her life depended on it. The vocals from Rami and Pharita provided a heavenly stability to the performance, even while executing a choreography that would leave most people breathless. We cannot forget the rap line, Asa and Ruka. Their flow was smooth yet sharp, bringing back that classic YG swag, but with a modern, fresh twist. This is why the audience stayed engaged. They were not just standing there looking pretty, they were dominating the stage. The comment section for this performance is a melting pot of languages, from Korean and English to Spanish and Indonesian. This is the ultimate proof that Babymonster is a true global group. This performance was not just for their dedicated fandom, it captured the attention of casual viewers who were curious about the hype. Once they clicked on the video, they were pulled into the world of Babymonster. The competition on this list was incredibly tight. In third place, IVE was trailing by only 0.03 million views. This shows how close the race for the top spots really was. We also saw the rise of the All Day Project, who managed to get 3 different tracks on the list, which is an incredible feat for a group outside of the Big Four agencies. Meanwhile, aespa showed their consistency with 3 entries in the top 20. Yet despite the pressure from these groups, the monster energy of Babymonster was simply unstoppable this year. We also see legends like J-Hope of BTS on the list, proving that while the veterans are still going strong, the new generation is moving at an incredible speed. The gap between the first and second place is still significant, with Jisoo holding a strong lead. However, for Babymonster to be the one standing right behind her is symbolic. It feels like a passing of the torch from the senior to the junior. While some skeptics might question the views, the data from Inkigayo is known for its strict filtering, meaning these 3.05 million views represent genuine organic interest from the public. Looking toward the future, what does this mean for the group? If they can achieve this in 2025, the possibilities for the coming years are endless. Industry experts are already predicting that 2026 will be the year Babymonster embarks on a massive world tour. With a strong set list and a solidifying fan base, they are poised to dominate not just YouTube, but international charts and major stadiums. This Inkigayo performance was just a teaser of their true potential. However, the industry is a battlefield. They're being chased by rising stars like Katseye and established powerhouses like Stray Kids. In the world of K-pop, you can be at the top one day and be replaced the next if you do not continue to innovate. But for now, the members deserve all the praise they are receiving. Ruka, Pharita, Asa, Ahyeon, Rami, Rora, and Chiquita have worked incredibly hard to prove that they are not just a shadow of their predecessors. They are a new light in the industry. That concludes our deep dive into Babymonster's incredible achievement. What are your thoughts on these rankings? Were you one of the millions who helped HOTSAUCE reach the top of the charts? Or were you supporting another artist on this list? We want to hear your opinions on which member stood out the most to you during this era. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the latest K-pop trends and data, make sure to show your support. We will continue to bring you the most detailed and exciting updates from the world of music and pop culture.
The significance of this second-place finish becomes even more profound when we analyze the demographic shift of the global audience. In previous years, the upper echelons of music show rankings were often dominated by soloists with massive domestic digital points, or boy groups with enormous physical sales. However, Babymonster has managed to bridge the gap between being a digital powerhouse and a performance-driven group. Their high view count on Inkigayo suggests that their appeal is visual and performative, which is exactly what the modern K-pop consumer craves. Fans are no longer just listening to the music. They are studying the choreography, analyzing the stage outfits, and sharing short-form clips on platforms like TikTok and Reels. This surge in visibility has sparked a massive conversation regarding the 4th and 5th generation divide. Many critics are now pointing to Babymonster as the definitive leaders of the newest wave of idols. While groups like IVE and aespa have established themselves as queens of the 4th generation, Babymonster's meteoric rise in 2025 suggests a transition into a new era where global reach is the primary metric of success. The fact that they could pull such numbers for a single performance video indicates that their replay value is incredibly high. Netizens have noted that every time you watch the HOTSAUCE performance, you notice something new. A subtle wink from Rora, a powerful vocal run from Rami, or the sheer synchronicity of the group during the dance break. Furthermore, we must discuss the strategic timing of this specific Inkigayo appearance. YG Entertainment chose to lean into a concept that was both nostalgic and futuristic. By blending the raw hip-hop roots the agency is known for with a high-budget, neon-saturated aesthetic, they created a visual feast that was tailor-made for viral success. This performance didn't just happen in a vacuum, it was supported by a massive social media campaign that encouraged fans to participate in the HOTSAUCE challenge. However, unlike many forced trends, this one felt organic, because the performance itself was so undeniably high quality. When a group delivers a stage that looks and sounds like a concert finale, the public naturally gravitates toward it. The internal chemistry of the group is another factor that cannot be overlooked. In the 2025 landscape, fans are increasingly looking for found family narratives and genuine bonds between members. During the Inkigayo broadcast, the behind-the-scenes footage and the encore stage showed a group of girls who were genuinely enjoying their moment. This emotional connection translates through the screen. When viewers see Ahyeon and Chiquita sharing a high five, or the members cheering for each other during their solo parts, it builds a level of loyalty that goes beyond just liking a song. It turns casual listeners into dedicated fans who will refresh a YouTube page 100 times just to see their favorite group climb the rankings. Analyzing the rest of the 2025 list also reveals a fascinating trend: the rise of the global girl group. With HOTSAUCE taking the 6th spot, it is clear that the industry is becoming more inclusive and diverse. Babymonster, with its multinational lineup featuring members from Korea, Thailand, and Japan, is perfectly positioned to lead this international charge. They are not just representing K-pop, they are representing a global pop movement. Their ability to communicate with fans in multiple languages during their live streams and interviews has created a sense of accessibility that previous generations struggled to achieve. This accessibility is a key driver behind the 3.05 million views, as fans from Bangkok to Tokyo to New York all feel a personal connection to the success of the group. Looking ahead to the rest of 2026, the industry is bracing for what is being called the monster effect. Now that Babymonster has proven they can compete with the likes of Jisoo and IVE, the expectations for their next comeback are astronomical. Rumors are already swirling about a full-length studio album and a potential collaboration with Western producers. If they can maintain this momentum, the gap between them and the #1 spot will continue to shrink. The competition is fierce, and other groups are certainly watching this data with a close eye. But for now, Babymonster has the hot sauce that everyone wants a taste of. As we wrap up this extended look into the 2025 rankings, it is important to remember that these numbers represent more than just clicks. They represent hours of hard work, training, and passion. For the 7 members of Babymonster, this second-place finish is a validation of the years they spent as trainees away from their families. For the fans, it is a reward for their tireless voting and streaming. The K-pop landscape is constantly shifting, but the impact of this particular Inkigayo performance will be felt for a long time. It has set a new benchmark for what a successful girl group performance looks like in the mid-2020s. Whether you are a longtime supporter or a newcomer who just discovered them through this viral hit, there is no denying that we are witnessing the rise of a new legend. The era of the monster has truly begun, and the world is watching to see what they will do next.